given this information over to law enforcement for them to evaluate, it's very troubling to me.
Also agreed that we will have a mutual inspection of the cell phone with our experts and their experts.
Oh, wait, hold on, wait a minute. Did we not already discuss this?
We're waiting for the DA to determine the time, the place, the date.
Get on their ass, bro, because they playing. They are playing, but these lawyers not playing. Okay, what's up, everybody? Justin Gray here, aka J Aces, and we back with another episode of The Big Picture, where we talk truth, culture, and community. This is Aces Perspective. Let's get right into it. So we back again on the Nolan Wells case since I last covered it last Monday. I mean, a lot has happened since then. Believe it or not, it's actually getting crazier and crazier as the weeks go by. One of the most recent things is, and I'm not actually going to spend time covering it, but I'll quickly explain, talk to you all about it here. One of the most recent things that happened is Officer Tatum has gone on another media run, this time with not just Warren, but other boys that have been pictured with Nolan before his death. And so they're all three of the boys, including their lawyers who they've hired for, I guess, defamation lawsuits and just protection in general. Are now speaking out and going on the Officer Tatum show. Officer Tatum is going and speaking with people like Nancy Grace, right? So they're doing big media runs, talking a lot. And I think what's rubbing me wrong the most is really doing a lot of blaming of everything that's happening right now on Nolan Wells' mom and the family, which is weird to me. To me, it just seems like a mother and a grieving family trying to find out what happened to their kid. With you all being the last people that saw him, it's only natural that you all are the first people to be questioned and investigated and, looked at. So it's just, I don't know. It's weird how they're going about it. But what I do like is how Nolan Wells' camp, his mom, Ben Crump, and all of the attorneys, I really like how they're moving with this case. I didn't know much about Ben Crump before. I had a lot of opinions on the internet. I really like how they're handling this. They're not doing like crazy media runs and all this other goofy stuff. They are actually dialed in and, doing this what seems to be the professional way, right? And so one of the first things I want to cover is the latest and greatest in drama of what's stirring things up, and I feel like what's moving the case forward. And that is, ironically, Officer Tatum blabbing at the mouth about Nolan Wells' phone not being recovered. Let's actually take a look at that.
According to the lawyer and according to what they told me, they said they handed over to the FBI voluntarily. And the sad part is that I wish that Nolan's phone could be evaluated, because there have been claims that had not been substantiated, and I believe that the claims should have never gone out in the public unless they were substantiated, that there was a potential that things were deleted from his phone, which put these young boys in a bad position unnecessarily. It's not fair to say that you're throwing out that things were deleted, but obviously mom can't determine if they were deleted because she couldn't do a forensic investigation on the phone, so she really don't know. Which I'm not
Unless
knocking
she
her as her
looked in the
baby.
deleted file and found things.
Well, she within Nancy,
the deleted file and found things, and we don't know
and
that
she would have
happened.
told.
I agree with you.
But
think
Nancy,
you
she
got
would have
me
told the
wrong. I
world.
think you got it backwards, Tatum.
If there had been deletions on the phone, even if there hadn't been a determination that anyone had murdered Nolan, tampering with evidence or deleting evidence, potential evidence, is a crime. And so the fact that the family, from my understanding and what the lawyers have said, that they haven't given this information over to law enforcement for them to evaluate, it's very troubling to me.
Okay, so boom, you see Officer Tatum is pushing the narrative, right? Like the Nolan Wells family and camp are not trying to be cooperative and give over the phone. But it's like, bro, if he was paying attention and he wasn't so focused on trying to push this narrative, that, essentially Ben Crump and camp are just race hustling and doing all this other crap, and trying to find and basically going after a money grab. He's ignoring the due diligence that the Nolan Wells camp is actually moving forward with. When we actually take a look at what the Benjamin Crump camp is saying, it's actually not looking too good for Officer Tatum at all. And so one of the other big things that's coming out of the phone being Officer Tatum pushing that the phone is missing and all of this other stuff is that the fact that the DA, turns out the DA sends a letter to Nolan Wells' family while they're out of town, demanding that they send the phone over within 48 hours, right? And so if you're looking at Officer Tatum's video saying, "Where's the phone?" and then you have the Mississippi DA sending out a letter saying you all have 48 hours to overturn the phone, or there's going to be some issues, right? This is looking bad for the Nolan Wells family, right? No. It actually looks even more suspicious for the DA, and this is exactly why, team. So apparently, you all have to remember, if we go back and we listen to the meeting that took place on July 15th, there was a press conference right after Ben Crump and Camp and family met with the DA and sat down and had a meeting with them. There were some things agreed upon in that meeting that Ben Crump actually came out and said out of his mouth.
A video from July the 15th where Benjamin Crump and Nolan Wells' parents just came out of a meeting with the Mississippi DA. And here is what Benjamin Crump said. Pay very close attention to two key sentences. We also agreed, AKA they had an agreement in place, and also at the same time.
We also agreed that we would have a mutual inspection of the cell phone with our experts and their experts. Attorney Eric Hertz is helping lead the investigation team with former law enforcement experts who are going to help us with the cell phone download, so everybody will be able to see at the same time.
Now I will draw your attention.
Hey, shout out to Trent Out Loud for pulling that clip. But man, they said right there on camera, we are going to look at the phone together at the same time. We have agreed to this. So is it not crazy? Is it not egregious that out of nowhere, while I'm on vacation, the DA all of a sudden has amnesia over this conversation and is demanding, bullying almost the Nolan Wells family to send over this documentation? Oh, wait, hold on, wait a minute. Did we not already discuss this? But here's what I'm loving. I'm absolutely loving about the way Attorney Ben Crump and team is handling the case. They actually are not running the social media, speaking to Officer Tatum's of the world, speaking to the Nancy Graces of the world. They are actually going about doing this the right way and responding to these letters and to the accusations by responding directly to the DA's office. And you can see there's some type of back and forth. We don't know what the DA's office is saying, but we can tell from these letters that the Nolan Wells camp is having a back and forth in them. And this makes the DA's office look super weird, guys, super suspicious. And it's starting to look like the cover up that we all thought it was. Let's take a look at this letter. I have it pulled up. So this is the letter. This is August 13th. Listen to this letter. Dear District Attorney, thank you for your correspondence, dated August 12th, 2026. So you see there's some type of back and forth, right? As Mississippi counsel for the Nolan Wells family, A.R. Smith Law will serve as the primary point of contact for the legal team so that the communications with your office can be coordinated efficiently. We agreed that examination of Nolan's phone was discussed during the July 15th meeting and that our team undertook to follow up concerning that process. During that discussion, however, we agreed to a jointly coordinated forensic examination of the phone that would include the use of digital forensic lab at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, as well as possible FBI involvement. So right there, the lawyers are reiterating, hey, we agreed to look at these phones together, even possibly having the FBI involved, right? And so to all the noise that Officer Tatum, y'all are holding the phone, y'all are holding the phone, y'all are holding the phone. Guys, this is why you can't just listen to people spewing stuff on the internet. They've already discussed the phone, right? And it's weird that the DA is actually feeding into that type of energy, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, where's the phone? We need 48 hours to get the phone back, right? This kind of feeds into some of that conspiracy that Officer Tatum is tied to all of these people, right? So, yeah, let's keep reading. To date, Nolan's parents remain willing to facilitate an appropriate forensic examination of Nolan's phone, including FBI involvement, according to our agreement on July 15th. However, your letter sent to Eric Hertz on August 12th at 12:51 p.m. Eastern set a deadline for the Wansleys to deliver the phone to your office by August 14th at 9 a.m. This is not a practicable for a number of reasons. Cook! This is not possible, okay? And then this is my favorite part, guys. This is my favorite part because just like Trent Out Loud alluded to, this is this part that starts to make it feel like they are just really on some BS. This is the part that really makes it feel like y'all are on some BS. And I love how this is, you ever talk about how like you need to figure out how to professionally treat somebody. This is professionally treating somebody. Listen to this. First, the date and time you provided less than 48 hours notice. Moreover, the Wansleys were outside Mississippi when your letter was sent, and we are not scheduled to return until after the deadline you unilaterally imposed. That's my favorite part. This is after the deadline you unilaterally imposed, which means y'all doing this shit after we already agreed to something else. Okay? Insane. Second, the parties never agreed to simply deliver the phone to your office. Okay? What the fuck are we talking about? Because it's crazy y'all are demanding 48 hours to bring a phone. And we already discussed that that is not something that's happening, right? So that's insane. And then they continue. Instead, the agreement was that we would set a mutually agreeable date and time for the phone to be examined together by your office's forensic professionals, our forensic professionals, and possibly the FBI as well. Third, the parties have not yet agreed upon a forensic protocol addressing at minimum the scope and the method of examination, the chain of custody, preservation of the forensic extraction, access to resulting forensic data, treatment of information outside the agreed scope, retention of the extraction, and return of the device. Cooking! Oh my God, these lawyers are cooking right now, bro. What the fuck? Get on their ass, bro, because they playing. They are playing, but these lawyers not playing, okay? We are prepared to promptly agree to scope, retention. We are prepared to promptly address those logistics so that the examination can proceed while preserving the integrity of the evidence and the interest of all concerned. Please send to us your proposed protocol as soon as possible. As soon as that protocol is agreed on, we will be able to schedule the forensic examination of the phone immediately. So all the motherfuckers on the internet talking about where the phone, why they had the phone, they should have been gave her the phone. Oh, everybody else gave over their phone. Bro, we don't trust these people. The fuck? Okay, we don't trust these people. So we not finna just hand over the phone because all of a sudden you demanding the phone after you already agreed to review the phone together. That's weird as hell. What are y'all on? What changed? Why all of a sudden do y'all need to get the phone so quickly? Right? Did y'all forget about our conversation? Shout out to the lawyers for doing this the right way, bro. You feel me? Not going about this on some internet ass shit. They are handling business, standing on business. You feel me?
The Jackson County DA's office, as well as our forensic team, and possibly the FBI, we're going to together download and examine the phone. So it's done one time with everybody together, right? This is very common in the law. This is what is supposed to happen. We are waiting for the DA to determine the time, the place, the date. Let us know, and we are going to be there with our forensics team and anybody else, but it's done one time, one examination. We're ready for it to happen.
From our friends at WL.
Cooking up, man. Hey, they are not playing, y'all. They are not playing at all. Man. Hey, man. at the end of the day, in conclusion, man, look, Nolan Wells' family and camp are not playing with y'all. All of that distraction, honestly, that Officer Tatum and them are doing, because that's really all they doing is distracting. They not solving no case. They not trying to get closer to no truth. You feel me? They just, you feel me? Distracting. Officer Tatum is a pawn, and he's playing his part. You know what I'm saying? In the role he has in the white supremacy, if you ask me. So, yeah, man. Really, really want, of course, justice for Nolan Wells and his family. You already know we are definitely on the side of justice and the truth. Again, I'm not saying these kids have done anything. What I am saying is everything that they're doing surrounding this case is very, very weird, very questionable. The people they're choosing to associate with, to walk through all of this is even worse. And so we're going to need some more answers here, but it's looking like this is turning out to be exactly what we thought. You got the DA office basically threatening Nolan Wells' family to return the phone that has already been agreed to be reviewed together. Like, what's up with the switch up? Why are we changing up all of a sudden? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? So this is all looking very weird, very suspicious. They're not making the case look any better. They're holding up. Oh, let's not forget they still have not sent the body parts over to the independent autopsy reviewer. They still haven't sent the body parts over to be reviewed, so he can't even complete his autopsy. And they agreed to do that. They got to play their cards right, but it looks like they already in the hot seat, and they taking a lot of wrong steps, missteps, and they making the case look really weird. And it's looking like possible corruption is happening inside the Mississippi DA office. They better hope they got their ducks in a row, man. All eyes are on Mississippi. The nation is watching. I'm sure the world will be watching soon, if they aren't already. But with that being said, it's your boy Jay Aces. This is Aces Perspective. Y'all be safe. Y'all be smooth. I'm out.